enough about
Don't
me.
worry, Joey.
Let's talk about anyway.
Oh, a little foreshadowing of what we're gonna get into today.
True. Yes, we're only talking about Seussical the Musical, nothing else.
Okay, well, welcome back to the Too Broke, Too Busy podcast. We are three theater professionals who are either
Too broke.
Too busy.
or sometimes both. And today, our episode is all about theater.
Yeah.
We're gonna play F, Marry, Kill with characters that we have either played or for Joey has worked on the show.
Close connection to the characters.
Yeah.
Very close.
It has nothing to do, I promise, it has nothing to do with anybody who played the character.
Joey is so
I need to clarify, it is only the character itself, nothing else.
yeah. Joey was so worried about that. I was like, dude, as long as you don't pick children, it's it's gonna be fine.
That was never going to be an option. What?
Okay.
A lot of the characters that I would be picking, I do know the actors I worked with. I'm friends with some of them, so it's in my head I was like, no, that's not. I'm not. I forget that they played them. I need to just think of the character only.
Yeah.
And that was yeah. It was an experience. It was a lot of internal trauma. Don't worry, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay, so who wants to start?
Not me, please.
Raine, would you like to start us off?
Okay. Yeah, I can start.
Also, I just have to say this. I did almost forget I was the second person to speak in our intro.
I could tell. You're like.
I was like, I know I'm second. Which one do I say? I was like, I think I'm the broke one, because Jewish. That was all that went through my head.
Joey's like, this can't be right. Wait.
This has to be the joke, right? This has to be the joke. Anyway.
Okay. F, Marry, Kill, Cat from Seussical.
Not the Seussical immediately.
Wait, specifically Seussical Cat, not Cat in the Hat Cat.
Not Cat in the Hat Cat.
Yeah, Seussical Cat.
Okay. We'll get your reasoning set. Go
on. Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph.
For which one?
Oh, but these are just our three options.
Yeah, these are the options.
Oh, yeah, we're yes.
Yeah, and then Santa.
From what show? This is Santa.
From 'Twas the Night Before
Christmas. Is there a Santa in 'Twas the Night Before Christmas?
Yeah, Drunk Santa.
No. Wait, who usually plays Santa? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. It was like the bride. It was.
There's a Rudolph Santa.
What in blazes is going on?
Yeah, what?
Here?
What the Sigma? Okay.
But no, I assume you mean Rudolph.
Rudolph Santa. Yeah.
Joe's Santa.
Yeah, that's fair.
No. Don't associate with real people.
I knew what you meant. I knew the type of Santa you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way more like Holly Johnson.
Sober Santa, so to speak.
Yeah. Honestly, pretty much. All right. Where so far? Do you have an idea so far where you want to associate them?
I want to kill the cat just out of moral obligation.
Why?
I think I'm with you on this. However, I have to say, he could probably get his freak on. I'm gonna say. So he's a good contender to sleep with. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Good contender for the F.
Definitely not the marry option though.
No.
No.
It has to be a one and done type of thing. It would get annoying fast.
Correct.
I think the shenanigans.
I will say it makes this option easier. I think I'm marrying Cornelius.
Really?
Because you can't kill him.
That's true.
I literally don't think we could kill him.
He doesn't die.
Like, he would not die. But also, to take away, like, someone who's so, just, like, happy in the world would feel so demoralizing.
So cruel,
Yeah.
so unnecessarily cruel.
I think that I would have to kill Yukon somehow, you know.
Okay, is it because you don't want to kill Santa? Is that the only reason?
I feel
well,
Santa's the only one who's marriage material.
yeah, exactly, because like Yukon
He's a terrible husband. But anyway.
He's got a short temper and no real sense of humor.
And he doesn't take care of himself. That's also clever.
Oh, that's also true.
Oh, that's
His job
true.
would be that of Mrs. Claus constantly reminding him to get his work done.
He's employed for 1 month of the year. Sorry, 1 day of the year.
Okay, but Yukon is basically
He's
unemployed.
the North Pole.
Yukon is basically unemployed the whole time. He doesn't have a house. Like he
Yeah, he has a house. He lives in an igloo, doesn't he?
Home is where Yukon Cornelius lays his head at night. There is no
Yeah.
base
But
camp.
He's a nomad.
But
Yeah.
it's not like, okay, here's the thing though.
A vagabond.
By the end of the show, doesn't he work at the North Pole?
I think so.
And
Not even he brings the Bumble to work at the North Pole. I don't think he gets a job.
I'm
at
sure
the North Pole.
they have to give him a job. There's no way he says, thanks for getting
Someone
us a new
employ
hire."
this man, please.
But okay, even I'll go with even if he doesn't have a job. I still think the choice, like, because it's not like he's struggling. He gets by fairly easily. He's learned to live with his lifestyle. And I think it's a particular lifestyle that I think you'd be choosing over like marrying Santa. But I find something so much more appealing and drawing to someone who has like so much optimism and happiness with every little thing in life. A little crazy, yes. Very crazy, yes. Compared to a man who doesn't take care of himself, employs himself but once a year, one day a year, and then has
Bullies children for looking different.
and then employs like smaller than human people to do his like actual hands-on work.
You know what? You're right. And this kind of brings the question of, would you rather be a princess or a pirate? And Yukon is the pirate and Santa is the princess. And so
Okay. Like if I'm Mrs. Claus in this situation, I'm doing probably most of the work.
yeah, that's true.
Like, it's just a fact.
It's basically the same, except like, you know, one is a CEO who doesn't work and one is a vagabond who doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Yukon is the CEO, of course, and then
No.
Of his brand new peppermint mine, yeah.
we are. Does he strike it rich at the end of the show too?
He finds peppermint.
Rich in
I don't know,
peppermint.
that's striking it
Yeah. He's rich in
Found
peppermint. Yeah. Oh, okay.
We could
He
start
was looking for gold, literally, and he finds peppermint.
But we could start a business with that. We could sell peppermints. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's an undiscovered business in the North.
All my arguments against, I do think your argument won me over as opposed to marrying Santa.
Me too.
I think you've made Yukon sound like the more reasonable option.
Yeah.
We are agreeing that we're sleeping with the cat, though. Correct.
None of us are marrying the cat.
Cool.
Yeah. I guess we could
Okay.
kill
Yeah,
the cat,
sure.
but
To
Oh,
switch it
I'd
up.
kill the cat.
I was
I'm
gonna say
sleeping
we
with Santa.
kill the cat and then sleep with Santa.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
that's what you're going.
I think we can get away with that.
I think I would sleep with the cat, just so I could be like, yeah, I did that, you know, like.
For bragging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that cat from Choosicle? I made him who he is now.
Oh my god. No, yeah, but I would marry Yukon. You know, we would live off the land, and who needs silver and golds when you have all that you need with peppermint?
Exactly, literally. Too, breath never gonna stink. The breath.
Goodbye,
The
halitosis.
aroma is gonna be always good.
Yeah.
That's all.
But the breath of Santa might smell like milk and cookies, so
Yeah. And
not good.
Milk can go bad.
Yeah, milk breath is not what you want.
That's not it.
Milk on the
Also,
breath is not what
like
you
this
want.
is me, and I'm biased. I'm not here for the beard either.
They both have beards.
I know, but at least I feel
Arguably,
like,
so does the cat.
Yeah.
That's true. I something about I feel like Cornelius just takes care of his beard. Or if I asked him if he could shave it, he would. Like Santa can't. Santa like it's part
Yeah.
of his character.
Yeah, he's like, this is my brand,
He's not
this is
gonna-
my whole
he's
thing.
not gonna shave, yeah.
Yeah, also he's
But
much
Cornelius
older.
Might if he loves me enough, he might do it for me.
Wow. That I didn't know you felt this strongly about Yukon, but yeah, he is an anti-capitalist king.
Yeah.
Capitalist
I think
king.
given my options, though, that is like, I did grapple with the internal monologue of having to kill Santa, and I was like, I mean, nobody's gonna really know he died.
What?
Well, people.
You think people won't notice if Santa stops
That's
showing up?
that's
Because here's the
true.
thing, right? The way Christmas works nowadays, it's so commercialized that if Santa actually died and they needed someone to fill in his gap, they would find someone. They would easily be like, we got to keep this train going. I don't know who it's gonna be. Have your like fattest elf do it, but like we need someone to do it. But the reason I say nobody would know is because like you have a lot of people in the world who like think Santa or believe Santa's fake, and
Mhm.
I'm just like, well, they wouldn't even know he died. It would just be like a free murder. I mean, it is a free murder, but like nobody would like. I'm really just hurting the North Pole here, and that's the people I feel bad about.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But it'd be sadder because nobody would know Cornelius died, and that's really sad.
That's true.
Like that's like really sad.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Don't kill Yukon.
I love that.
We
That's where
can't kill the
have it,
Yukon. We
Where
can't.
the
Yeah.
level of messed up this is, where killing Santa is not as bad as killing someone nobody would know.
Mhm.
Because if you kill Santa, you can't kill the idea of Santa.
Exactly. It's already done the damage.
Ooh. Whoa,
It'll
this is
live on
getting
forever, dude.
philosophical.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
All right. This is fun.
So there was an
It's
old,
alright, this is
an
fun.
old adage, an old saying that it was how do you know a man in theater has played Jack Kelly? And the answer is he'll just tell you because
Uh-huh.
men don't shut up about the opportunity. Then I thought about it. The guy's 17, so I'm actually not going to include him in this.
Okay.
But I did have to just say that because as a person who's played Jack Kelly, I can't not say that.
Wait, you played Jack Kelly?
Yeah, I was Jack Kelly.
Got it.
In Newsies, famously, Newsies, Jack Kelly.
Yeah.
I sang Santa Fe.
Like, you were
Anyway,
famously known for playing Jack Kelly in Newsies?
not quite famously Frosty, but famously Jack
Okay, got
Kelly
it, got
in
it.
Newsies.
Some would
This
say
might be
famously Cat in the Hat, but
Yeah.
I was also, yeah, yeah. That was a good time to have just performed a role I'm incredibly proud of and have someone come up to me after and be like, your Cat in the Hat was so good when I saw that like a year ago. Which is like,
That means they're
complaining
following
that
your
you're-
mandates.
yeah, my lobster's too buttery, my steak too juicy. It's
Yeah.
a very nice compliment. I just found it funny
Not
that
the
that
juicy
was
steak.
the thing they should tell me.
maybe you can start the new stereotype of like guys won't shut up about having played Cat in the Hat.
Guys won't shut up about that was such an exhausting role. Anyway,
Yeah, go
so
for
I
it.
decided that my 3 will actually be Trent Oliver from The Prom. It's kind of the same character in 3 different fonts. So Trent
Okay.
Oliver from The Prom, Warner Huntington III from Legally Blonde,
Oh,
and the Rainbow Fish from Rainbow Fish
this
the
is-
Musical.
this is- For anybody who doesn't know the fantastical musical, The Rainbow Fish,
It's based off of the
Rainbow
children's
Fish is
book.
Just a douche. He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
selfish.
If you know either of the other two characters, you know the Rainbow Fish. This is the same guy, 3 different fonts.
Yes.
Rainbow Fish, Trent, and Warner.
This is actually difficult. I will not. Do you want to start us off?
I feel like I don't want to marry any of them, and that's the problem.
Correct.
I feel like I could kill any of them. I feel like if I had to, I could sleep with any of them. I don't want to marry any of them.
Okay. I think I feel pretty confident about these choices.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm killing Warner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me too. Cause
he can go suck it. Like he could never have existed, and my life would be better. Like, yeah. He's got one okay song in the show. I'm okay with him dying.
also he doesn't have a character arc, right?
Yeah, correct. He's very stagnant, and I'm just like, that's not your fault, but still. I think I'm sleeping with Trent.
Why?
Marry the Rainbow
Theater
Fish.
people be theatering. He will be the most fun of the 3 of them. And I think we all agree on that.
That's true. Rainbow Fish would be like a pillow princess, like
Exactly.
not want to do any work.
Rainbow Fish would
Absolutely.
say, keep your eyes open. I'd be like, hold on.
Doggy is out of the question because you're not looking at me.
Exactly. He's automatically not turned on. And then I think I am marrying Rainbow Fish, and I have a reason. He does, at the end of the show, spoilers by the way,
For a classic children's story.
Yeah.
just in case, he does end up sharing and like going through a character arc of like being a nicer person and like working on himself, and that's growth. And I think like I would want that in a partner. Also, like, it doesn't help that he's a fish, but I can get around that.
That we can get past. You can marry.
That I can work that.
People have married Stranger Things.
Correct.
I think
that's where I put my 3, and I am open to
The negotiation.
I'm open to negotiations. I feel like these are the best choices for them, but I'm open to negotiations.
Rain, I want to hear your thoughts.
interesting. Yeah, I would agree with the killing option. I think I would marry Trent. Because there's something very endearing about him becoming a teacher at the end of the prom.
I mean, if he's not going to support himself, we got to support. He's got to be supported by someone.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. I like Trent. The whole time I thought, I could resonate with some of his stuff. So
he does carry that like happy-go-lucky optimism that with like a little bit of narcissism sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
That like UConn also carries. So I can respect.
You
that.
see the allure there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of liking this option too.
Yeah, he's he's somewhat delusional, but what artist is not? You need a little bit of healthy delusion. And I don't think he's untalented, so
I mean, he can't be that untalented. He did book the Godspell tour.
Yeah.
Like that, like, sure, they canceled after the fact, but like,
Well,
he got it.
was that real, or like he was just fibbing about the
No,
whole
like-
thing?
No,
No,
that's
I
real.
think it
Oh, okay.
like there's like Godspell backup dancers.
Yeah, the
who-
cat-
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
like,
true.
That's how they traveled to Indiana.
Yeah. So he has talent. He puts work in, and like he's a little bit narcissistic and delusional, but in the end he becomes a teacher and he's happy with that, and I think that's cool. I think teaching is very fulfilling, so I respect that. And then I guess I would sleep with Rainbow Fish. Yeah, another like one and done, but I did that. So
You're sleeping with the stars of children's literature. You just walk through the kids section of a library, Cat in the Hat.
did that.
Rainbow Fish.
Did that.
I did that.
You're like, what do you mean? Like, you work the show? I'm like, yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Yes,
You
and.
want to leave. I know what I did.
Yes, and. Yes, ending is crazy.
Yes, and.
All right, Andy, what do you?
I think I fall mostly in line with.
I think you have two really good like threes here.
Yeah, I think I do agree with Warner. Of these three, Warner being the least interesting option, the one that we're like, yeah, just get out of here. I am biased. Well, not really biased, but I enjoy all three because I've played all three. I like Warner's song a lot, but in the grand scheme of Legally Blonde, it's not that interesting. And what I like that I tried to make Warner better by the end, but I mean, he's still far too self-centered, which is crazy when I'm putting him up against Trent Oliver, but I find Warner to be so self-centered.
Let's be honest. It's gonna be a lawyer who out-narcissists a narcissist.
Yeah. So I'm going to kill Warner.
Is he a public defender or is he a prosecutor? Do you know which one he's learning, or is it just law in general?
I think it's law in general, and he wants to go for prosecution. He wants to
tracks.
point the finger. My tear between, I'm stuck on where to put Trent specifically, because I feel Rainbow Fish I could marry and it would be fine, because yes, his arc makes him a much better person by the end, and sleeping with him wouldn't be a problem. But I don't know where to put Trent, in the sense that marrying Trent as an actor myself puts me in circles that I want to be in. Like, I'm going to be constantly seeing Broadway shows and going to Broadway premieres, and I also have that reinforcement and drive. Seeing how much Trent will be working at this will motivate me to keep working at this, which I think would be really nice.
Yeah.
He has so many good qualities of a partner.
Mm-hmm.
But conversely, do you think that relationship would turn toxic? And
that's my negative, is I have no idea if I start to book stuff, is he going to become insanely jealous?
But
is he going to be...
He's shown he can grow also.
That is true.
That's
that
true.
is true
So,
as well.
That could be a bump, but that could be something you both work on together.
It's also how long can I listen to Juilliard's stories? How long can I hear the same Juilliard story and pretend it's new and be like, oh, honey, that's great. While I'm in the kitchen, like, making dinner, just be like, oh, this reminds me of a time in the Juilliard houses where blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you've told me this 12 times. I'm so tired of hearing about Juilliard.
Really, like, endearing, though, is if you hear all of them, and the thing about, like, being in love, right, is you do never get tired of those stories. And so, like, if you're really cute, though, if you hear so many of them, and then he starts saying it, and then you finish his story. Really cute. He's like, oh, you know me so well.
Listen to the story 12 times, you know me so well.
Yes, and then he didn't go to Juilliard. We went to Juilliard.
And then I went to Juilliard too, through osmosis.
And it's full circle at the end of the day.
There we go. Well, now that we put it in the perspective, I also get a Juilliard education out of it. I would probably be marrying Trent Oliver and having a beautiful night with the Rainbow Fish. A very shiny, slimy night with the Rainbow Fish.
Yes.
We went there. I got it.
Oh my god, yeah. Well,
because he's a fish for no other reason. Because he's a fish.
Ew.
It would be rough, too. I didn't think about that part. It would be very scaly. Do you think... Wait. Okay. Do you think the one time he'd just take them off
No.
and then put them back on after?
No.
They would be integral.
But also, I don't know if I would want that. Like, I would want scales on.
You want the experience.
Yeah. Like, who's gonna want to be like, yeah, I slept with Rainbow Fish, but he actually took off all of his rainbow scales, so he was just a normal fish.
Scale jacket, it's just hanging over there.
Yeah. No. Rainbow's on.
No, I guess it's true. That's true. You're in for a penny out, like, in for the whole thing.
Yeah.
For a penny and for the whole thing, yeah.
What is that
For a
expression?
dime, but I don't know if that's the same.
I thought it was in for a penny, in for a pound, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure if that makes sense.
I knew what I was going to say was wrong.
But I liked in for a penny, in for the whole thing.
the whole bada bing, bada boom, you know?
So Raine and I are in agreement, but Joey, you're going to marry the fish?
I think can I deal with that kind of level of narcissism? That's a really good question. Oh, but Rainbow Fish has that celebrity status too.
I mean, Trent is the one who gets recognized when they go to the motel.
Oh, that's true.
Because Rainbow Fish is recognized everywhere in the ocean.
The whole ocean does know.
The whole ocean knows who he is.
Which is larger
We're on
than
a cruise,
land.
We're getting the best.
Which is larger than Indiana.
True. It's true because now he's stuck in Indiana.
Yeah, he's a teacher there.
So
he's
you're
not going
living in
anywhere else.
Indiana now, which, ooh, that's a choice.
Oh, he makes trips back to New York, I have no doubt.
Do you think you go with him?
I'd love to, because Trent's gonna go to New York and do two things: see a bunch of Broadway shows and tour the Juilliard campus.
Always in that order.
Mm-hmm.
So only matinees and then late night tour.
Absolutely. But I mean, Juilliard campus is gorgeous. I'll walk around Lincoln Center every night, I don't mind.
Yeah, also you
think,
get perks for being like a Juilliard alumni, like you get discounts on like hotels and a bunch of stuff. Even like therapy.
Well, see, even better, I can go to therapy on my husband's dime.
Yeah, and specifically like they have lists of like performance therapists.
Oh, I didn't even know about this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I looked
absolutely.
into
I'm
it.
marrying Trent. So the fish gets you into any undersea club.
I'll
You
stick
just
my
have
option.
to-
I'll stick my option to be different.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joey, do
I'm
you
happy with that.
do you want to do yours?
I have a third okay, so my third option, I'll post it up if it's okay. I think it's okay. I want to clarify, because the stipulation is of shows you've worked on.
Yes.
One of the characters is from Sweeney Todd, but I've only done the production, with like teenagers. I've
Mhm.
never done like a main stage production of Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if this would, like, I'm not picking it for the child, obviously.
No.
That,
We've clarified this.
I'm gonna go with the character of
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
having worked on any show at any age group, qualify the characters to be in the pool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
I'm
like
imagining adults.
yeah. So
yeah,
like
okay.
Sweeney Todd
I'm
is
also
okay.
only gonna
but-
imagine Annalie Ashford, but that's not the point. So it's going to be Kathy from Last 5 Years,
5 years.
Bay from Something Rotten, or B. I think it's Bay.
I think it's Bia.
And then oh my god, what's her name? It's the lady. It's the girl.
Sweeney
from-
Todd.
Yeah, what's her name? Oh my god.
Mrs. Lovett.
Yeah, Mrs. Lovett. Thank you. I think it's gonna be those three. I think
Okay.
it's B. BEA.
I'm not familiar with B.
It's short for Beatrice.
Yeah, it's short for
Mm.
Beatrice. In the show, in Something Rotten, she is.
She sings Right Hand Man. Oh, I love her.
She's the one who like is constantly getting put down
Mm.
or like belittled by her husband,
Mm.
Nicholas.
She's Nick Bottom's wife.
Nick Bottom, who's like just trying to
I wanna be
act
writer.
for the show, be a writer,
Mhm.
combat Shakespeare in the show,
Mhm.
and she goes through this whole arc of proving that she could do things a guy can do,
Mm.
Yeah.
and she does this in a way by cosplaying, by pretty much doing drag,
Mhm.
and fooling Nick into like not even realizing it's his wife
Oh,
doing
wow.
the work. And he's like, "See, I could be your right hand man," and all that. But it's such a good like character.
Nice.
I just love it. Kathy I assume we both know. Do we both know who Kathy is from?
Yes,
I'm
yeah,
very
yeah.
familiar.
Before I picked Mrs. Lovett, it was gonna be Jamie, but I thought of these three, it'd be too easy to kill Jamie.
Yeah.
So
That is true. That
I
is
had to
true.
pick a different option so that it's actually a difficult choice.
Hmm.
The other option I was thinking was Vlad Lakov from Anastasia. But I think I like the three I have.
Yeah.
Which is,
I
but you
like
don't
the
know
three as
A.
well.
You don't know B, so I guess like, do you know Vlad from Anastasia? Is that a better role? You know?
No, I'm fine with B.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were just gonna kill her, but that's fine.
No. I would probably kill Miss Lovett, and
Oh.
and I think I would F Kathy and marry B.
Okay.
B is basically like Mulan.
I mean, like
Yes.
Yes.
But
If only there was a Mulan musical and I worked it, I would say Mulan.
no, I think that the story you shared was admirable. And
So sad you have to go off that and you don't get to watch it. It's a really funny show. If you ever
It's fantastic.
I've heard it's good. Kathy is also, I think, compared to Jamie, a good person, like a better person.
Compared to Jamie.
Yeah, but she does have, I don't know, I don't think it would be good to marry her.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, I think it would kind of turn into the thing of like jealousy in the relationship.
Okay.
And then Mrs. Lovett kills people, so I would kill her.
Mrs. Lovett
Yeah, I had a
kills
feeling that would be the
people.
easy choice here. Okay. Andy, do you want to go before I get my?
I personally
I can't wait to hear how this
came to this conclusion very quickly. I haven't seen Something Rotten since like the end of its Broadway run back in like 2016 or 17.
Okay.
But she stuck out. I really remember loving her. And from what I remember of the show, she's just wife material. So I will be marrying Miss Beatrice B. Bottom.
I do want to. I don't know if you clocked. I did pick 3 wives.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she is very good wife material. Also, her solo Right Hand Man is
Yes.
probably top 3 songs in that whole show. I love
Correct.
that song.
Oh, yeah.
I'm killing Kathy, and I'm gonna have a crazy night with Miss Lovett. And this is not a mark against Kathy. I think Kathy is a fine, very human character.
Yeah.
But I know I'm marrying Beatrice, and I think one night, if I have to pick who I'm having the one night with, Miss Lovett's gonna be much more fun. Kathy's gonna be fine.
I should have chosen Pirelli.
Really? No, I'm having. Also, unless you pick like Joanna, there's no one in Sweeney Todd that I think wouldn't be a fun night.
That's so true.
That's a show full of people who are gonna be crazy. So I'm gonna have a crazy night with Mrs. Lovett.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, Kathy, out of no malice towards her, will be the one that dies.
I think we're all gonna have different options, and that's
Ooh.
actually really funny.
Oh.
So, yeah, I was thinking about this because I kind of came to B and Kathy fairly like easily. It was that third option. I was like, who do I really put up and like really make me have to think about what I want to do? And I truthfully, and I think I worked the last 5 years before, and it was I did not I think fully comprehend the show to the level I know it now when I worked it. Because I was still very new to what I was doing. It was a very like easy show to work, but it kind of like really like opened my eyes to like much more emotional lighting rather than lighting for the sake of lighting.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was a run with 6 different people. So, yes, 3 Jamies and 3 Kathys.
Yeah, it was triple cast.
And it was triple cast, and it would be combinations of all 3. And that show was great. Loved it. Later on, I then actually very recently listened to the cast recording with Rachel Zegler and Ben Platt. And when I tell you that, like, I felt such a different feeling, like such a more potent and surreal feeling from Kathy's character, from Rachel singing it, that, like, it really changed my mind. And I wish I could go back and do the show again. It really changed my eyes for the character Kathy. And, like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I think I'm marrying Kathy every day, because I just love the character so much. Which then leaves me to a very tough decision between Bee and Mrs. Lovett, because I feel like if I don't kill Mrs. Lovett well, I'm gonna die.
The repercussions of your actions.
And I'm gonna die. What's his name? The kid. The kid's gonna come back and kill me.
Is it Toby?
Toby, yeah. Or it's Tobias.
Yeah, Toby,
right? Yeah.
Or Tobias.
Is that the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the kid's gonna come back and kill me if I kill Mrs. Lovett. But also the idea of killing B is the heartbreak.
Insane that these are the 3 options and she'd be the one you'd kill. But I understand your logic so far.
Also, at the same time, I don't think even just one night standing B feels disrespectful to her. Because, like, she deserves so much more than that. And, like, I know the second, like, I do it, I'm gonna regret not marrying her.
She'll be like, oh, the one that got away.
Literally, it's gonna be the one that got away. And, like, maybe that's the reason I become Jamie in the last 5 years, who knows? But that's not the point. But I feel so solidified on marrying Kathy that I think I'm gonna marry Kathy. I'm going to kill. Probably gonna kill Mrs. Lovett and hope for the best. That Toby doesn't come back and bite me. And then I think I'm gonna have a one night stand with B and really regret not marrying her.
Just make it a beautiful night.
Yeah, just make it like a really romantic, a really like rememberable night that neither of us forget, and just like live with that. And I think I'd be okay with that. But like the idea of marrying Kathy is something that I have like. I'm just like sitting here like JD is an idiot.
Oh, fully.
I think they're like such a. Also, she has banger after banger. By the way,
I mean, she has no bad songs.
Like I know, "A Right Hand Man" is a great song, and it's one of the best songs on the run. But when you're in a 2-person cast and you have banger after banger,
yeah,
like I start to hardly know her less.
Even if I was to just pick each of these 3 ladies get a solo, Kathy blows them all out of the waters musically.
And like the other 2 have really like Right Hand Man, Down by the Sea, Worst Pies in London.
The Worst Pies in London.
Like you banger after banger and all 3.
Those are great songs. But Kathy
has Summer in Ohio. Kathy has.
I Can Do Better Than That.
I Could Do Better Than That. Like,
see, I'm smiling. Oh, they're all great.
So good. It's just so good. Like Summer in Ohio is probably one of my favorite songs now in all of theater.
Oh, and Rachel sings it so well too. On that
Rachel's performance is beautiful. For the deep cutters, I did contemplate having the third person be Wayne the Snake.
Wayne,
which is Raine. It's the snake Kathy references in the song "A Summer in Ohio."
Oh.
While performing
But I
in
thought that was a
Ohio,
little
her
too
dressing room
overseer.
mate is a stripper who has a pet snake named Wayne.
Oh my god. No,
Yeah,
I
thought
watched
it
the
was a
show,
little
but I
too
did
obscure,
not
like, I
catch
really
that.
couldn't but I thought that'd be really funny if I picked her.
Oh my god.
But those, I think that's where I put my 3.
That's funny that Joey and I, not a single one of those is agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All three of these are different. Which I did not expect, I will admit. I thought we were all gonna kill Mrs. Lovett.
No,
I did really expect that.
I was the outlier. I'm having
Well,
one
okay.
crazy night.
Can I do you guys agree that if I picked Jamie over Mrs. Lovett, we all would kill Jamie?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I feel better with this now.
No, yeah, that was good. Okay, I think so. I don't think we have time for the Am I the Asshole Theater edition, but we can do that next time.
That'll be fun.
So let's move on to our segment. Why don't people start?
Why don't people start?
Who wants to
I
start?
went last. I'll start.
Okay.
This time. It's not a crazy one. I feel like we as a society need to make a choice if we are or aren't gonna clap at the end of a movie. Movie specifically. Because we all clap
That is such a good one.
we all clap at the end of a show. And I'll be honest, I don't know where I stand with this choice, but I think I'm gonna put it in. People should start clapping at the end of movies.
Really?
Yes.
What if it's
because
not a good movie?
if it's a bad movie, I know. If it's a bad movie, we're clapping that it's over. That's what we put. Because if it's a bad show, you still clap. That's the thing.
Well,
I don't
because
think
there's real
there's a
people
world-
in front of you,
Well-
you know?
Well, I don't think there's a world where you're seeing a show that you hated and you're not clapping. And that's partially because the work that was put in is still getting recognized.
Yeah,
Despite it not being fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I think the same goes for the movies. The difference is the people that just aren't right in front of you. There's still a lot of people who worked on this movie that deserve, like, a recognition for the hard work they put in. And to not clap for it because you didn't like it, you should also do that at a show. And if you're not doing it at both, you should reconsider what you're doing at each.
But I think, like, people clapping at a show, I don't know if, you know, if it's a bad show and people are clapping, I don't know if it's because they're like, I recognize the hard work and I'm acknowledging this, or if they just feel pressured out of social.
Obligated to?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
that's
they
fair.
don't want to. They feel awkward, you know, if they don't.
So,
And so I think
I-
they're performatively clapping. And so what's the point of performatively clapping for a bad movie if no one who worked on it is even there?
Because I think it's also a thing of, like, in the same vein of, if you feel socially obligated to clap for something you didn't want to clap in, why should someone who wants to clap feel socially turned away from not clapping for being the only one to clap at a movie? Great example. Happened to me yesterday. I saw Mandalorian and Grogu. I was in a theater with, like, a ton of Star Wars fans. I liked the movie. I had a good time.
Uh-huh.
And I, like, had an option to clap, but I was like, I'm gonna be the only one clapping. This feels weird. And so I didn't do it. Because I knew
It
if
was
I did,
silence.
everyone would just look at me. And I'm like, I shouldn't have to feel that. I also could have just clapped and not cared. That's a very valid option. But I'm
Option,
not
but
that.
it is an
I
option.
don't have that power in me. In a public setting like that. But I do feel as though if I were to see a live performance and the general people didn't immediately start clapping, if I started clapping, I think people would join in.
Yeah.
And, like, that's an aura in a room that I feel should be shared in a movie theater as well as a regular theater.
That's fair. I feel like, in general, people's experience of going to watch a movie is more individualistic compared to going to see a theater show, like, which reflects in people being a lot more like rude generally in a movie theater, like having less etiquette, because they're just thinking
at
of
home for it. That's what, like, you watch it at home to have your own individual experience. You go to a movie theater to share the experience with others.
Community.
As a what's her name? As Nicole Kidman says, we come to theaters to experience.
Exactly.
Experience it.
Yes. She should be like, and please clap after the movie is done.
You should pull a Jeb Bush at the end of every movie. Please clap.
Shut your phones off. And remember, clap after the movie. Enjoy. And yes, for anybody curious, I did go to an AMC yesterday. That's why that was so fresh in my mind.
Nice.
Do you clap when the plane lands?
No.
I don't. I don't feel a need to, personally, because there's a difference of... I think there's a difference of creative art being shown and someone doing their job.
It's like, because if you had said yes, I'd have been like, oh, do you clap when the bus stops?
Clap when... like I'm not doing that. I will say
you don't you don't clap, but
I will also,
say thank you if, like, I see them, or if I have like a voice line to them. I will like passing by say thank you guys, or like thanks for flying, or like
I'll thank them for their for the service that happened mid-flight. I'll thank the pilots for
when I get off the
their
bus,
job.
I always say thank you. Like, that I do, and that's the kind of recognition that they should be getting for what they are doing. Like, I feel like it's very different when, like, I'm going to use a lighting designer gets recognized for their work compared to a plane or a pilot getting recognized for their work. They're both doing their job, but both take an immense amount of skill, but one takes a lot more creative technique than the skill technique. I think, like,
I wonder if
you can do one without being creative, and you can't do one without being really creative.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that because I'm not a pilot, but
I'm sure there also is an art to flying, of course.
Yeah, but
like, you're not going on a plane to see, like, the art of flying.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a way to travel.
I do wonder if some pilots think it's patronizing when people clap for them, because I think it would be patronizing, like, you know, if you're in a taxi and then you're like, great driving. They would be like
7th Street to 10th, and you're just like, yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate
Thanks for getting me 3 blocks.
Yeah.
Where's my tip?
My hero.
You got that. Let's just go.
Here it is. Oh my god, that's
anyway,
so funny.
That's my take.
Okay, good one.
I don't know where I keep pulling these from, I'll be honest.
I see the logic and I embrace it. I see a lot of, like, repertory screenings where it's like a classic that's being brought back to a theater. So typically it is a devoted audience seeing it. People who are like, oh, I saw this movie already, but I want to see it in a theater. Or people, like I typically am, going, oh, this is a classic I've never had the chance to see. Now I can see it in a big screen. And after those, there's almost always applause, which is lovely.
Because I know you did this recently. You saw, I don't know what movie it was, but I know you saw a movie where you were the only one in the theater.
Fright Night from 1985. I was the only person there. I walked into the Paris theater and was there to see the movie, and it was very dead. The only 3 employees working were all, like, up there talking to each other. I went to the bathroom downstairs where the concessions is, and 2 people leaning on the bar, like, stood upright, and they were like, oh, someone's here. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to the bathroom. Sorry, guys.
Did you clap?
Did you clap?
I was the only person. And it was a great movie. I was like, oh, this is like... I could have. I didn't feel a need as I was the only person there in the entire... It's a big room with a balcony. I was the only person there. I asked them, as I came back out, I was like, hey, I just poked my head in. Am I the only person here? They're like, yeah, it happens more often than you think.
Oh, that's so sad.
I should have just been like, oh, can I have all the tickets and just invite anyone nearby to come watch? I don't want to be alone in this scary movie.
That's crazy. Like that's just... That's like an at-home theater. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, oh, this is awesome. If it wasn't like a nightmare vampire movie from the 80s, it would have been. Well, I also love that stuff, but I was like, this is a spooky movie. Nobody come up behind me, please.
Yes.
that way you sat all the way in the back.
I sat in the assigned seat they gave me because I'm a rule follower.
Oh my
so
god.
funny. You
Okay,
cannot
wait.
move.
This brings me to my point.
Yes.
Oh.
So why don't people start sitting in the assigned seat that they were assigned, or if you don't like your seat, you can stay in the aisle, but don't take someone else's seat. Because I went to Metrograph recently, and there was this person that moved like 5 times, and every time was crossing my eye line, and this was a French film, and I don't know French, so it was really annoying.
Subtitles.
Yeah, I was like I was like sighing loudly so he would get the hint, but he kept sitting in a seat where people were assigned, and people came in late, right? Which goes back to our previous point of like, you know, having a cutoff. But people kept coming in late, and then those are the people that had the seat that he sat in. So throughout the movie, this kept happening, and I think what happened was that he probably had a seat like all the way in the front, and he didn't want to sit there, so he was trying to sit like towards the center of the theater. But it turns out it was a more full house than I guess he had thought, because people kept coming to like sit in that seat.
Did he end up like being in that aisle that you were in, just and found a seat that nobody came to?
Yeah, he ended up sitting like in front of me. and yeah, I was just like, at this point, like just stay, like don't pick a seat, you know, just like stay in the aisle so that you're not like blocking people.
I agree, actually, with this take. And my one thing I'd say in response to it would be, there's one instance where I think it's okay. And that's when you genuinely just thought you were in the right seat.
Yeah. Of course. People can make mistakes.
That being said, when you then check, and then you have the right seat, and then they're like, no, this is my seat, and they also are showing the same seat or something like that, I'm sitting here and I'm like, once they show you, I feel like it's always someone that has the wrong date. I don't know.
Oh my god, yeah, that too.
Because I don't know how else that could happen. But I'm just like, when that happens, I think that's the worst it's ironically, that's the one instance that's okay, but that's also simultaneously the worst instance.
Yeah.
Because then you have 2 people standing there, figuring out, in the middle of an aisle, in the seat, wherever, who's supposed to be sitting here. And that's the most disruptive part, like, time, or like the most disruptive way to do that. Whereas like this guy, I don't like this either. But at least he's like, oh, yeah, you're right, and then moves.
That's
I think
true.
He's just extremely unlucky. Well, I don't even know. You must have been at least 10 minutes into the movie at this point.
Yeah.
Like, that people kept coming and he kept choosing the wrong seat.
Like, after 2 times, just go sit in your seat.
Yeah.
I do feel like after the second time you run away. Like, you just go.
Like, sorry, bro. That was the best option you could have selected at the time of purchasing the ticket for that reason, because there's a lot of people that are seeing this movie, even if they're coming in late, they're still coming.
And like, no, sorry, I don't want to go. Can you imagine just picking the first seat and you're just like, I'm sure there'll be another seat I could take. Hey, that's great.
It looks sold out on the screen, but I guess I'll just try. But no, exactly at the Metrograph as well. I got tickets very late for Raine. We went and saw Brokeback Mountain there, and we were in the second row from the front all the way off to the right, but that's where they had seats left, so it's where we sat.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta, if you want to see a movie that bad, you will sit where you're sat.
I saw Endgame the Thursday before the Friday it came out. Like,
oh my gosh, I bet that must have been tough.
Well, I went with my friend Dean, and this was we were already going on Friday with like all of our drumline friends after our like showcase and everything, and then this was such a last minute like thing. It's like, hey, we can get these like, you want to go see it now? And I'm like, sure. The only 2 tickets that were available were second row aisle seats. Like, it was easily the closest I've ever sat. This was also, mind you, this was before recliners were a thing. So these were like normal upright seats.
Yeah.
There were a lot per row, and we were second row. I had a great time. I enjoyed the movie so much. But there was no world where I was going to try and pick a different seat. I was like, well, I'm suffering if I don't like it. But like, this is the only way I could get here.
And if you care enough about the art on display, that's what you have to do.
Like, I'm gonna like what I see anyway. I will say, the theater, even that viewing experience was so much better than yesterday when I saw The Mandalorian and Grogu. Because I don't know what was wrong with I've been noticing this a lot with theater screens in general. The perimeter of the screen feels very blurry sometimes. And I don't know if that's me. I don't know if that's how it's filmed. I don't know why. I think it's the screen, or like some way this production is going on.
A lot of the time, it's the lens of the projector not being well maintained.
Like, never noticed it there, and I was up front and center. So that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, no, I had a purpose that night. It was like, I have to do this because I can't sit. Literally, the other friends we went with weren't even with us. It was just him and I.
I've had to do that too.
Yeah, it was like we all went together because we're seeing the same screening, but like they bought theirs before ours. Ours was last minute.
Yeah. There was I went to see at the Paris. There was a showing of Wake Up Dead Man before it came out, like a month before it came out, and Rian Johnson was there to like introduce it and talk about it. And a bunch of us from the Alamo went to go see it, but we were just scattered across the theater everywhere because that's all they had left.
I'm so jealous you got to see that movie before.
It was so cool and so fun to not be able to talk about it.
So cool.
He's so adorable.
Okay, Andy, do you have a why don't people start?
I think people should, and by people I mean theater producers, should start making pro shots of every show that comes to Broadway.
Yes.
Every show. Yes. And they don't have to be the most dramatically filmed. You don't have to spend a huge budget on it, just so that the public conscious has access to it. You would end bootlegging as an industry. You would make sure people would turn their phones off in shows. You would get exposure for everyone who's worked so hard to make these shows. I understand the accessibility of theater, so maybe you save it for a release down the line, because I know the pro shot of Hadestown is supposed to finally come out this year.
Nice.
And that show came out in 2018.
6, I think, right? 6 is also
I haven't heard about it. I know the pro shot of Hadestown played at the Toronto Film Festival and is slated to come out this summer.
That's with the original cast, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Like, I think for accessibility to keep how many people get thrilled that these exist? Every show deserves one.
Because there's the thing of like I can almost see it. The argument for not doing it is because then you render the reason to go in person useless compared to just being able to watch it at home. And to that I say, no, you don't. You then, what you do is you show what the show is going to be. You get them to have that experience. But seeing it live is a very different. I have not seen Hamilton in person. I have only seen the pro shot, and that was satisfactory enough for me, because there are just other shows that I need to see more, because Hamilton's not going anywhere. Yeah, if I ever go get Hamilton, it will be a fully different experience, not just because it's a different cast, because there's so much more. There's so many more good things in the air at a live performance than watching at home.
Yeah,
by yourself or with people.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like with Hamilton, the release of the pro shot hasn't stopped people from seeing Hamilton.
Correct. Not at all.
Or like any of the hype or anything. And yeah, I think if anything, like a lot of us, especially people who aren't from New York,
exactly.
We had to watch bootlegs like terribly filmed bootlegs, and that made us like obsessed with the shows. And then finally, like when I could go to New York, like I really wanted to see them. You know, that was what it was like with
more, right?
Yeah. So I think that's not a good excuse, and yeah, it just makes sense, and maybe even do something like how we saw Merrily We Roll Along.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, because then it can also help the movie theater by
and that came out well after the show had closed.
Yeah.
So there was no like, oh, now no one can go see it. It's like, no, this was a cultural moment that came and went, and here's it preserved.
I haven't watched the movie. I haven't watched the pro shot yet. I don't need to.
And something I was going to bring up about that pro shot as well is why seeing it in the theater will be the better experience, but at least for the pro shot, is there's so many, from a cinematography standpoint, moments of the Merrily We Roll Along pro shot that are so close that as an audience member in a theater, you get to see what's happening on the whole stage, where in the movie it's like, no, now you're going to see what Jonathan Groff thinks about what's happening.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay, I'd be able to see that, but I also kind of want to see what Mary's thinking at this point. But she's not on screen, so I can't. But in the theater, I could choose to look at what Mary's doing.
The one caveat / like addition I will add to this is the pro shot, in my opinion, has to be with the original cast, and it should be released at the very least when I would say more than 50% of the cast is no longer in the show of the original cast, because I
like
feel
with
like
Hamilton.
Yeah, I feel like at that point, you then offer a different experience from the pro shot. Their argument of like, well, you could just watch it at home. You can't. There would be no reason to see it. That'd be the case if I feel the pro shot is exactly what you're seeing. You're going to see in person.
True.
But when you have a new cast of actors playing these characters, you get differences with them. And so the pro shot having a completely different cast, like if they did a pro shot of Wicked and they waited till Elphaba and Glinda were different, that's a different show. That is a fully different show to the pro shot you filmed, like in every respect of the word. You could have everybody else be the same and it will still be very different to what you saw.
But then, do you think for archival purposes, for the actors' sake, they should do a new pro shot with each, like, iteration of cast?
I don't think so, because
But then that sucks for... I don't know.
It does. I think the pro shot should match the cast album. If you're doing a cast album, the pro shot should match that. And then that's your draw of, like, with Great Gatsby. You get I would love a pro shot of Jeremy Jordan and Eva doing it because they're stellar. But if you want to see someone else great like Ryan McCartan take on the role, you gotta go see it.
You don't get like you shouldn't be going into a Broadway show thinking you're going to be getting a pro shot done. Like that's not the reality of it. You're not doing it for that reason. Even with Ragtime's a limited showing, so it's going to be done fairly soon. This is the only cast that will ever do it in this iteration of its production.
Yeah.
It should be, like, memorialized.
I fully agree with Ragtime. I would
should
love
have a archival thing for it to showcase, because people will not get to experience the current iteration of the show. I'm sure that's true for, like, Death Becomes Her, now that that's closing, or Chess. The sudden closing of Chess.
R.I.P.
Which I really do need to see.
Yeah.
I really did love it, and I didn't expect to love it as much as I did.
Except for one part, but that's not the point. But like, you don't get this kind of thing. Theater should be accessible. This allows that to be true.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's really basic.
If done right, I fully agree with the whole...
And it doesn't have to be, like you were saying, it doesn't have to be Disney plus Hamilton. It can be 3 cameras, center, left, right.
Yeah.
Have the 2 on the side get close-ups, have the center be the wide shot. It's really that simple. It does not have to be... And then do the editing. Like, that's really the baseline of it.
Yeah.
And it's very doable, is the thing. It's extremely doable.
Yeah. I mean, I even think... I don't know if you need close-ups. Like, I feel like if you have 3 cameras, that should be good enough. And, like switching between the views.
Exactly. That is all you need. Like, you
Yeah.
don't need anything more than that.
Yeah.
I just know close-ups are usually, I would say the difference, because I do agree that you have to make pro shots different to live productions. That way you get a different experience other than like the cast or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not saying to just like that one camera that captures the stage for like monitors backstage. You don't just release that.
Yeah, like I think you do have to have close-ups to really make it feel different to if I were to just see it in person.
Yeah, because at that point it's like literally the theater.
That's when I will agree. Like, yeah, this will decentivize me to go see it because it's just what I would be seeing, but from a better viewpoint.
I see.
This is a different viewing experience when you have close-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just feel like the one that we watched for Merrily We Roll Along, it was too many close-ups.
Yes,
and
I haven't seen it actually, but
but it is, yeah.
I got a recording done of a show that I did with the 3 cameras, and they were just like, they were all wide shots, but it was 3 different angles, and that was really good. Like, that was really good footage.
But like, if close-ups are done well, I think that's a very good addition to pro shots and should be used correctly. So you don't just have the in-person viewing experience. But like, I never saw Beetlejuice with Alex Brightman. If there's a pro shot of that, I would be so... I'd be such a good time. I wish I got to see that.
Yeah.
Alas. I will only have Keith from the Try Guys making his Broadway debut as a moving man.
Oh my god.
That is the only experience I have with Beetlejuice.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have to wrap up. Does anyone have any last minute plugs?
We have the Addams Family coming up.
Yeah,
Nice.
Prom's over. Let's go Addams Family.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Time to move on to the spooky, scary skeleton family.
Spooky.
It starts the 28th.
Oh yeah.
That's when our shows start. But public shows, I don't think we have right now, but the same locations for public shows will
Okay.
be most likely, like Belmore Bayway.
Yeah.
Those, I don't think...
I heard rumor that we were going to Queens.
Oh,
Stay tuned.
maybe. Stay tuned.
So yeah, if maybe next episode we'll have better details for you. But as of now, Addams Family will be happening this month.
Nice.
End of June, beginning of July.
Nice. Okay.
How about you, Raine? You got anything coming up in the books?
Yes.
After making your off-Broadway debut.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for coming to that. There's a short film that I was in that's in the Tribeca Film Festival. It's called Born to Kill.
This is
And
the one you recorded in Florida, right?
no. This I recorded. This was a long time ago, like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
I still know the one you're talking
Yeah, it's about gangsters in Chinatown, and I'm playing a gangster.
Yes, I remember this.
Yes. That's June 7th and June 13th, and then I'm in a staged reading called White Tiger, and
It
then
has nothing to do with the Daredevil character, right?
no,
Cool.
it's like with a mythological, it's with a creature in Korean mythology, so it's like a magical realism play, with Zoe Kim, and the director is also the AD of Six the Musical, actually. So very excited
that's so cool.
about that.
That's cooler than Addams Family. Go check that out.
No, Addams Family will also be great. Andy's playing Lucas. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And
I'm playing Lurch now.
Joey's playing the lighting designer.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Unlike
then
Prom, I will not be referenced in this show.
and then I'm in a short play festival that is June 11th through the 14th. Yeah.
Oh, that's the same. You have 2 things on the 13th, then, right?
Oh, yes, I have 2 things on the 13th, and then the stage reading is on the 10th. Yeah.
Fun.
So that's my June.
If we pick the topic we're gonna talk about for next time, if we do go along with it, I'm very excited for our next
Okay.
next episode.
Stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned for Am I the Asshole Theater Edition.
Oh, that too. I'm also very ready for that.
Oh yeah, the other thing that you mentioned.
I really hope we get to talk about Obsession.
Yes,
What I want to talk about.
Yes.
Very good movie.
Okay, alright. Well, see you next time.
Thanks for
Thank you
listening.
for watching.
Bye.
Bye.